Let me ask you some questions. Would you like to connect with people instantly and make new friends? Would you like to boost your social skills and get the social life of your dreams? Would you like to become socially successful? Hi, and welcome to the Creative Minds channel. We prepared this fantastic free course on the topic, how to make new friends. We will teach you how to create amazing friendships with the people you meet, and how you can get the social life you always wanted to have. We show you all the social skills, secrets that you need. You will learn how to find what kind of friends that you truly want, where you can meet them, how you can connect with them, how you can approach them, how you can be interesting, how you can develop a fantastic friendship with them, how you can connect with them, how you can make an unforgettable first impression, how you can exchange contact details, how you can nourish this relationship and transform it into a deep and fantastic relationship that you have with the new people you meet. We are really excited for you because this course will turn your social life, friendships, communication skills, and social skills to the next level. So let's jump right in. We want to show you the 5 keys to develop incredible friendships. So in this section, we will be sharing with you the 5 keys, and later in the course, we will explain in detail how you can do that. So let's start with key number 1. Know who you want to attract as friends, and where you can meet them. Your friends have to match your personality. And most people don't ask themselves this question here. Who do you want to attract? What kind of friends that you want to attract? And it's essential because the people that will surround you will impact your personality and impact who you are. There is a famous quote from Jim Rohn that says, "You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with." So you must think about who do you want to have as friends. And they have to match your personality. Let's say that you are a surfer, and then go to a classy bar to meet people. There may be a disconnect here, or let's say that you are quiet, and you like reading books, and you go to a club where people drink a lot of alcohol, and are extroverted. There may be a disconnect here. That's why we want to think about who we want to attract as friends, and if it matches our personality. Key number 2. Be generous and add value to your friend's life. Most people approach other people, and then they take value from them and say, "Oh, I have to make a friend." And they try to take something from the people that they meet. Instead, it would help if you were giving value to people because people like to hang out with people who provide value to them. So how can you give value? You can give value verbally and non-verbally. It means that you can say something. You can share advice, share some tips, information, or you can make a joke. This is something that you say, and you will add value to the other person's life, or you can also do it non-verbally. It means that with the emotions you feel or the vibe you have, you approach someone, and then you share that positive energy with people, and then they will feel positive energy. They will like you more. We will show you in the course exactly how to do all of that. But we would like to ask you this question here. Are you someone who gives value socially? When you approach someone in a bar, in a cafe, in a restaurant, do you provide value to people? Are you someone who tends to give value? If that's not the case, don't worry. We will show you exactly how to do that later in the course. Key number 3, friendships are mainly based on commonalities. If you think about the people that you hang out with, it's because you have something in common. If you can find a commonality based on a passion or something you like doing, you and the other person, and then you can connect based on this commonality, you will develop a strong friendship with that person. So a part of this culture will be about how can you find commonalities? How can you connect with people instantly, and how can you develop deep bonds with the people you meet? Number 4, keep in touch with the people that you meet. Most people make this mistake here. They meet someone, have a fantastic conversation. And then they say, "Oh, I had this tremendous conversation, that's okay, I have a friend." And therefore forget to keep up with the relationship. They forget to keep in touch with the person. They fail to talk to the person after the interaction. We are social animals, and it's great to have a first great interaction. But then how do you continue the relationship? How do you make the relationship stronger? And these are all the questions that we'll be entering here in this course. Number 5, be an action taker. So the social life that you have right now is your responsibility. It means that if you want to make more friends, go out, take risks, interact with new people, and then make new friends. It's your responsibility to say, okay, I want to have a better social life. I want to develop tremendous social skills. It's my responsibility. It's my job to say, oh, I'm going to take a risk today. I'm going to approach that person. I'm going to approach this man. I'm going to go to that bar, to the restaurant, and approach that person. For example, you take the risk of asking for that phone number, of approaching that person. People will love you for that because most people socially try to be safe. They don't try to approach new people. They don't try to ask for the number. They don't ask if the person wants to see them again. And by doing that, by making a habit of taking risks, you will have excellent results because most people don't do that. So these are the keys here to develop a fantastic friendship. Let's continue. How to attract new friends that you want. So who you surround yourself with is who you become. Let's say that you are surrounded by people who are negative and trying to put you down. You are going to be a little bit more negative because this kind of people will surround you. And as human beings, we tend to observe the behavior of the people around us and try to copy them. And even if it's not consciously, it happens unconsciously. So it's essential to think about who you want to have as friends, who you want to surround yourself with, because that would impact your personality, how you behave, and actually like who you are and who you become in life. So it's crucial. And right now, I would like you to think about the friends that you have. Are they serving your life? Are they like the friends you genuinely want? And sometimes we made friends many years ago. It can be even friends from high school. And we have evolved, and we are not the same person as we were before. And maybe we are far away. We don't connect with these kinds of friends anymore, but we stay with them because it's comfortable. And I would like to invite you to think about the kind of friends that you genuinely want. We are not saying that you need to get rid of them. We are just saying that maybe these kinds of friends that you don't connect with, perhaps you should see them less often, and then really make time and make space for the new friendships. If you have many people who don't connect with you, and are just around you, you are not giving room for your new friends. So it would help if you thought about that. Most people never ask themselves the question, who do you want to attract, because they want to be liked by everyone. They want to approach everyone and say, oh, everyone is my friend. The problem with that is that you are adapting to who you are too much. If everyone likes you, you are doing something wrong. Because it means that you are adapting who you are always to please people. And what we encourage you to do is think, what are the kind of people you want to attract? And it would help if you thought about that. And then you find friends who match your personality, because then when you will approach these people, you know who you are looking for, you will approach these people, and then you will instantly connect. The bond will be strong because there will be a match between who you want to attract and your personality. So ask yourself this question here. Who are the friends you want to attract? What are the personalities? What is the lifestyle? What are the values? What do they like doing? And you start thinking about who you want to hang out with, and it's a great exercise, because you will be able to attract new people to your life. So take time to write it down. For example, a person wants a girlfriend, and he wrote dows. I want to have an amazing girlfriend, so he wrote all her qualities. So I want to have this kind of girlfriend and this quality. This is her behavior. And I wanted to attract an outgoing, positive girl, which is sophisticated, and he was not that kind of man back then, so he said, I want to attract that kind of person. This is who I am right now. I can feel there is a slight disconnect here between who I want to attract and who I am, and he asked himself this question here. Do I want to be more outgoing? Because these were the qualities that he wanted to find in a girlfriend and say, do I want to be more outgoing? Yes, I want to be more outgoing. And then, he developed these personality traits that develop these behaviors in himself. So when you think about the friends you want to attract, if you say, oh, I want to have positive people, and right now you are not really positive, don't worry, because then you can also evolve. You can transform yourself into a better version of yourself. But I would like you to aim for the friends that you genuinely want. Please don't say I'm negative, I would always be like that. And I would like to hang out with positive people. But I'm pessimistic. It's over. Life is over. No, no, no. You can improve. You can evolve into a better version of yourself. And that's what we want to share with you here. And this course is that. You find the people that you want, and then you ask yourself this question here. Could I connect with these people? And if the answer is no, try to improve, try to work on the personality traits or the behaviors that you could enhance to match these kinds of people. The more you do it, and the more you are aware of it, the easier it will be, because then you develop what you need to build, or maybe you don't need to develop anything, and you're already like you are great enough. And then you go and interact with this kind of people, and immediately you will connect with this kind of people, and you will connect with like other types of people. But what do you want? Do you want strong relationships, firm friends, or want to have many, like, weak friends? When we say weak friends, like friends you don't truly connect with, or you would like to have a fantastic connection, and an incredible bond with people around you. Also, something that is truly important is to ask yourself this question here. Do I truly want to attract these friends? Is it something that I truly wish to, or is it something that society wants me to do? Because there are times where it's people around you that tell you, hey, you should hang out with people who have like high revenue, or you should hang out with people who are that way. And maybe you don't want to hang out with this kind of person. So you must be honest with yourself. That you are aligned with who you are, so that you really think about the kind of people who will connect, so that you can really connect with this kind of people. If there is a disconnect, it will be more challenging to connect with this kind of people that you genuinely want to think about. Step 1 is about who do you want to attract. Think about their personalities, their values, their lifestyle, what they like doing, and start painting a picture of your friends, a picture of who you want to attract. And then, we will see step 2. But right now, who do you want to attract? So take time to answer this question. How to find out where to meet the friends that you genuinely want. So right now, you have identified the profile of the people that you want to meet. Now, ask yourself this question: where do they hang out? Let's say that, for example, you are shy, you are introverted, and you want to meet people who are like you. Maybe it's better to go to a library or a quiet place than a bar or a club where people drink alcohol and are extroverted. So it's about thinking about where do they hang out. Let's say that, for example, you want to meet people who are entrepreneurs. You want to find this kind of people. Where do they hang out? You have more chances to seeing this kind of people, the entrepreneurs. If you go to investor parties, if you go to entrepreneurial events, if you go to networking events aimed at entrepreneurs, you have to find the places where these people hang out. If you want to be surrounded by people who like health, nutrition, and good shape, you have more chances of finding these people at the gym, at yoga classes, and like dancing classes rather than bars and clubs. It all depends on the kind of people that you want to attract. And if you can find a place where these people hang out, and it's a place where you can go there often, it will be easier for you to develop these deep friendships. For example, if you go to drama classes, to dancing classes, to yoga classes where the same people go to the same place over and over again, so that you know that on Tuesday you are going to see the same people over and over again, and then it becomes easier to talk to these people. One day you can say, hey, how are you? And then, the other day, you can continue the conversation. You don't have to do everything at once. So you must think right now about the kind of friends you want to attract, where do they hang out? And then when you have found a place, and it can be many places, you're going to write it down in your calendar. For example, you want to find healthy people, okay, where do they hang out? They hang out at gyms mostly. So I could do group classes at the gym, so you could schedule that, and you know that every Tuesday evening you go to that gym at 7 p.m., and then you exercise with them, and then you can interact with this kind of people. But it has to be written down. I would like you to write down what you are going to do each week for the whole month. And then, it's written in your calendar, because if it's not written, fear will start building up in your body, and you will say, oh, maybe it's more comfortable to stay home than go into that new place. So it works really, really well. When I started, I wanted to be surrounded by positive people, for leaders who, change the world. And back then, I lived in Italy, and I could not find that kind of people that I wanted, like really big thinkers. So I had to travel. I travel all around the world. I joined VIP events to get like these high-end people. So your mission here is to write it down on your calendar. Where do the people hang out, and when will you be going to these places here? You plan the whole month, and you could go online, you could search for groups, you could search for the activities that you want to join. And it has to be written down, because if it's not written down, it's not going to happen. The power of having one key friend. So when I sorted it out, I had people around me who are not connecting with me. I had a group of friends that were not really like great friends. And when I was going out, and I was like approaching with this kind of friends, people would sense that we didn't have a strong friendship bond and something was off. So my suggestion to you is to find one key friend. What is that? It's a friendship that you want to hang out with. It means that it's a friend with the profile of the person you want to attract as a friend. Remember, one of the first lectures was about finding who you wanted to attract. And this friend here, he has the qualities of the person that you want to attract. And the goal here is to find someone that is already around you, someone you know could be like this amazing friend. So the goal here is to go through your phone, to go on your social media accounts, and find that one key friend. It can be someone that you already know that you already hang out with. It could be someone that you lost touch with that person. It can be anyone who could be your ideal friend and who has the qualities that you want. And the idea here is to call that person, to text that person and say, hey, I want to go to that new place on Tuesday, to that yoga class, to that library, to that restaurant, that bar, or to that club this day of the week. And I would like you to come with me so that we can meet new people. Do you want to come? And you can explain to him or her that you want to meet new people and create a new social circle. And if the person is your friend, and the person may say yes because they are excited about meeting new people, and if it's someone who wants to develop new friendships, this person will say yes. It will become easier for you if you have this one person you can hang out with, and you will go into this new social situation because that person will decrease your stress level. After all, as you are with someone. When you approach someone, you have someone with you. And it's easier if you go with someone because there are more things to talk about that are like more people that can fuel the conversation. And if you approach someone that you connect with, the dynamic of the group will be better. The dynamic of all the interactions within that group, within that approach, would be better because the bonds will be stronger. So I encourage you to think about who is your one key friend. Think about that. When I started, like many years ago, 15 years ago, I did precisely that. I scrolled to my phone and I found a friend that I had lost touch with. It means that we hadn't talked in 5 years. And I called him. I spoke with him about everything. And I asked him, hey, I would like you to hang out with me this Thursday. You want to come? He said yes. And then we built an amazing friendship. We met amazing people, and we built a new social circle based on that. So it's really powerful. And later in the course, I will show you how you can go out alone. So don't make an excuse if you say, I don't have this one key friend. I cannot build a new social circle. That's not the case. I will show you how you can do it. The techniques that I've discovered and have developed over the years to go out alone, to go out in Sydney, to go out in Brazil, in all the places that I travel to, how I am able to make new friends if I am alone. So I'm going to show you that. But right now, your mission is to find who your one key friend is. If you don't have that person, don't worry, it will be okay to approach other people. And if you have found this one key friend, you can contact him or her right now and say, hey, I want to build a new social circle. Do you want to come with me on Friday to the dancing classes, so that we can meet new people? And if the person is open-minded, they may say yes. So that's your mission. How to meet new people if you are alone. This one here is essential because if you can meet new people by going out alone, you will be able to have a lot of freedom, and you will be able to take responsibility for the social life you have. So let me explain. I've traveled to so many places. I lived in Germany, I lived in Italy, and I'm always traveling around the world. So I'm going to other places, and I don't have anyone with me, or sometimes I travel with some people, but most of the time I'm alone. So it means that I have to approach new people by being friendly, by being alone. Otherwise, I won't be interacting with people. So what's impressive about being alone is that you are the master of your time. It means that you do what you want. You want to leave that venue. You can do it. You want to go home early, you can do it. You can do whatever you want. And it forces you to interact with people. When I lived in Germany, I knew no one, so I was forced to go every night. I was going out to meet new people because I wanted to build a great social circle. So it forces you to do that. Then I could do whatever I want. I could stay there, I could stay in that bar, I could leave. I could do whatever I want. So the freedom that you get from that is fantastic. It also develops your willpower, because if you can go out alone and interact with people, then when you would have friends around you, it would be so easy. You know, it's like it's hard, literally. It's hard to go out alone. But when you master that and you develop your willpower, it will help you. So what are the tips if you go out alone? What's great is to arrive a little bit early. Let's say that you want to go to dancing classes, let's say that it starts at 8 p.m. Instead of arriving there at 8 p.m., you arrive there a little bit early to talk to people. And these have happened to me many times. I was in Italy, and I was taking dancing classes. The course started, I think, at about 6 p.m., and I would arrive at 5:30 or 5:15. And that was just to spend time there in front of the class. And some people would arrive early. And then it's straightforward when you have 1, 2, or 3 people that you want to connect with. Because remember, they are the people that you want to attract. And then you can just talk to them, say, "Hey, how are you? My name is Andrew. Are you here for the dancing class? Where are you from?" And then we can start the conversation. And it also works well with bars and clubs instead of arriving when it's really late and everyone is partying and completely drunk. I arrive a little bit early when the bar or the club opens because it's really quiet. People are there, and you can really have a conversation and connect with this kind of person. So it's really great to arrive a little bit early. The best it's if you can arrive early to something that happens over and over again. For example, like every week, a dancing class, a yoga class, something you repeatedly do. And that you see the same people over and over again. So I arrive a little bit early. And other important advice, if you go out alone. Don't hang out with the other people who are alone and who are weird. It happened to me so many times. I would go out to clubs or bars or to any social event. I would go out by myself because I was traveling, had no one with me. I had to meet new people, and I would just arrive early, and maybe there are 1 or 2 people there. So I would talk to them. And I sensed the weirdness. I sensed the way like people that had something on me, on the life, and they had something weird going on. And I said, "Oh, I'm alone." And at that time, I said, "Oh, it's better to hang out with that weird person rather than being alone." And that was a mistake. And I did that many times. I made this mistake so many times because I was at that bar. I was hanging out with that person. And people start arriving, they saw us together. And then I left, I went to the bathroom. I came back, and I didn't find my weird new friend. And I approached a new group of people, and I really connected with these people, and were amazing people. And then one person in the group look at me and say, "Hey, are you his friend over there? I saw you together," and he was pointing out that weird guy, and I said, "Yes, I'm his friend." Say, "Okay, we have to go." And it happened to me so many times. I arrived early, and I was talking to that person I knew I had nothing in common with, but I said it's better to be with someone other than that rather than alone. And I was wrong because then it happened to me in dancing classes and networking events that people wouldn't talk to me because they thought I was a super friend with this weird or negative person. So be careful who you spend your time with when you are approaching alone. Sometimes it's better to be by yourself than with someone you just met and have nothing in common. And that is weird, and you feel there is something off. Now, what do you do if you go out by yourself? Because the first question that people will be asking you is, "Who are your friends?" So I tested everything I tested, saying, "Oh, I'm by myself." I tested everything. So the first thing is that if you go to a new city and don't know anyone there, it's normal to say, hey, I'm alone because I just arrived in the city, and I want to meet new friends, that people can understand. But what happens if you go to a town that you have been there for a long time and tell people that you are alone on a Friday night or Saturday night? Sadly, it's weird. Sadly, people would think that there is something wrong, because why would this person here be in the social place alone on a Friday or Saturday night? It means that he has no one to hang out with. Why don't people hang out with this guy here? That's what people will think. And sadly, it's true. I told people, hey, I just wanted to go out alone tonight to meet new people. And most people would think it's weird that you go out alone on a Friday or Saturday night, because you could have a friend with you, and then say, oh, something is going on with that person. So the trick that I found is to say that you have friends that are coming. For example, I would go to a bar or any other place, and I would approach people. People would say, well, where are you, friends, or are you alone? I will say, no, my friends are coming. They are super late. They are stuck in traffic. They will be there in half an hour or 1 hour. And I had nothing to do. So I wanted to say hi because you look friendly. And that way, people say, oh, this person is normal, this person has friends, and what's going to happen is that my imaginary friends won't show up. So what I can say later is that they cancelled. And I'm disappointed in them. And I'm going to say, oh, I just got a text from my friends. They cancel. Can I stay with you? And then have a new group of friends, and some people will say, oh, it's lying, it's not lying, it's just framing as not being weird because you are not a weird person. I hope you're not an odd person. And by just saying that, it shows that you are normal, and it's a way to hack the social game. Another great thing to do is if the people ask if you are alone and the bar is crowded, you can say, oh, my friends are over there. All my friends are over there. I just wanted to meet new people. And then people say, oh, this person is normal because he has a social group there. No one is there, but no one knows, because then you can stay for a few hours and they say, oh, I'm going to go back to my friends, and then you can leave the venue, or you can approach another group and say that they are your friends, you see, like. So if you approach a group there, you say, oh, my friends are there, and they are there in the club. You approach a new person, a new group. Then people will see that you are with any group of people and say, oh, this person is popular and has a lot of friends. So this is a great way really to approach when you are alone. And I loved doing that. I loved when I went to the new cities in Brazil, Australia, all around the world. And I was traveling in Africa, like all these amazing places. Going out alone is super fun because you learn all about yourself. You learn about how you interact with people. You learn to control your emotions. You learn to put yourself out there if you are alone. And you can make amazing friendships out of that because you are giving space around you for new people to enter your world. And this is truly amazing. So my challenge to you, your mission for this week is to go out alone and experience that. And use the technique of the friends, or hey, I arrived in a new city. If you truly are in a new city. And don't tell that you are alone on a Friday or Saturday night, don't say it. And you will see that you will become a big success because you will have the freedom to do what you want and meet your friends. Okay, it's action time now. It's your time that you have defined who you want to attract. You have painted a picture for your friends, you know, where they hang out. You have written it down in your calendar. You have contacted your one key friend if you have it, or if you don't, it doesn't matter. And you have scheduled that for the whole month where you can go. And if you don't have one key friend, you can go out alone. And now we'll see exactly in the next section how you can interact with people. How do you approach people? How do you like, what do you say? How do you connect with them? How do you exchange numbers? How to find an activity that you can do together? How do you continue the relationship? That's what we are going to see in the next section. Please hit the subscribe button and a bell button not to miss the next section. See you soon.